Alright, so with the new release of the world boss, some units, specifically green units of course, are of much use for it, and DML is one of them. If you don't have DML, he's a very exclusive unit. You could only have pulled him in the New Year's banner. I hope they do bring him back because he is a pretty good unit, especially because he covers the green element, so we have a DML for every element. Unfortunately, one of them is like, you don't have him? Well, can't have him anymore. But I do hope they bring all these exclusive units back because Blue Jericho, I don't like her particularly that much, but she's really good for Guild Boss. What is it? The Halloween units, they're trash, but some people just want to have them for collection purpose. I myself, I did, if I go here in my box, I did like go ham for the new units that came out just because I don't want to miss out on them. The only unit I have in my box here is the King, because I didn't want to miss out on them. But a lot of people, because they couldn't pull or something, are gonna miss out, and they're gonna be like, well, now I can complete my collection. So I hope they do bring him and like all these other units back. But yeah, this is him I'm running. Escanor, big DPS, -6/6, so he does like insane damage. Melee, of course, and Valenti. Valenti makes so you don't take damage. Like, you literally don't take damage. And then Leonicas increases attack by 10% for green units. A super mega good unit for this is Jericho, but unfortunately mine is not like very good worked on. I can try her later, but not very good worked on. So yeah, let me get a rune going and test out the melee with Merlin in the back and everything, having a very good ultimate and stuff like that. I finally got a raid. It took me like an hour to find the raid. I made a lobby, no one was joining. I don't know why, because joining now it's unlimited, right? They changed it. Before it was, oh, you can only either host or join 5 times, right? It's combined, the amount of times you can do. Both hosting and joining is just 5. Now it's unlimited. Like, as long as you have tickets, you can host and you can join unlimited, like literally as many times as you want. So why wouldn't you just join everyone? I mean, I guess if you already have all the rewards. But yeah, so DML, he can seal ult gauge, but the demon does remove 1 debuff every turn. I don't know if it's random, because I've seen on the info page on Twitter that it's random, but sometimes he, like, most of the time he removes the one most recent. If you debuff him multiple times, he removes the one most recent. But sometimes he just removes whatever. So I'm thinking it's random, but he does have a tendency of being the one that's most recent. Okay, got DML's ultimate. DML, again, his ultimate does triple damage if the enemy has a debuff, which is like the biggest thing for him. DML ults always just hit incredibly hard because of that. It's not going to be different, of course, for green DML. And just chucking ultimates at this guy is basically the way to go. As you can see with Valenti, like, we don't take damage, which is how I like it. It's how I like it. Alright, let me lower his defense with Valenti. Let me put a Cruel Sound so increases by 10%. And the ML does have Merlin, so he does have the increased damage. Oop! Much. 287, no crit. It does need to crit to do like more damage. Of course, if you crit, you do more damage, right? It's sometimes it just sounds stupid. Of course, if you crit, you do more damage. Let me lower his defense for Escanor right here. Not gonna lie, usually I do use Escanor as my combo with Merlin, because the one issue with running DML and Escanor in the same team is that both of them have the same fate, which is a big deal, right? Fates are really good. Having that increased damage on ult and the extra 1000 CP matters. It really does. So, oh, that's gonna lower the ult gauge. It really does matter. So it's a shame that Escanor and Merlin and MELIODAS have Merlin. I do hope they start doing like more fates for characters. Although the AoE attack from melee is not the best, so I'm just gonna chuck these on. This is the phase that you can't get ult gauge, so I didn't even bother using Escanor's attack. But yeah, I do hope they make more ults for characters, more fates and stuff, because then melee and Escanor can maybe have a separate one. I do think melee could get a fate with I don't want to spoil the manga. I was about to spoil the manga. No, can't be doing that. Who we could have a fate with? I think Marlin really is perfect for both Melee and Escanor, and that makes sense. Maybe you could have one with Elizabeth. We already got that in the anime, so I can talk about it. But yeah, they do fly in, and Dean Melee and Elizabeth, like Winged Elizabeth, is like they're a power couple, right? So the Winged Elizabeth, whenever she does come out, I hope she comes out soon. She could be a fate with Melee, and then have ask 425k, and then Escanor can have Merlin for himself, or Escanor could have another fate. But Merlin's way too perfect for Escanor because Escanor doesn't really trust anyone. I mean, he's friends with everyone, of course, but the only person from the Sims that he really likes is Merlin. So I guess it makes more sense for him, really. But yeah, Melee. Oh, Melee could not with Bond. Bond would make sense, I think, with base Melee. I think base Melee and Bond should be a combo, dude. Maybe like base Melee and Fist Bond, not the Nunchunk one, could be a cool like fate. But again, I feel like it should be the regular Melee, not the demon one. Because when Melee was demon, Bond was kind of pissed off. It's fine. Yeah, I really like this team with Escanor and the Melee. Good that my teammates are not doing much, so I can actually do more damage and stuff. I'm almost at 2 mil right now. I'm going to be at 2 mil right now. Boom. Escanor, if he crits with Merlin combo and lowering defense from Valenti, he does like 500k, which is like really good. And he's dead. Yeah, there are turns where you just get like both the Melee and Escanors and just go to town. Let me get one more. Maybe if I can get like people that are a little bit better, I can kind of like compete to see if I can get number 1, because this was like very easily get number 1. If you find people with Jericho, that's a challenge to get number 1, but let me see if I can find some people with better teams and stuff. Alright, got 3 randoms, and 2 of them have over 170k CP, which means that they probably have good teams. So let me see if I can compete with them. This is not like a competition game mode. It kind of is. You want to get first place just so you get some extra points. You definitely don't want to be last place. I think last place you get like 6 points, which is like compared to being first place, which you get 20. It's a little big of a gap, but it's a semi competition. Oh, nice to. Do want to get stuff for the Melee, but I also want to go first, so let me do that. We don't know, Escanor's second skill is like, super good. I mean, the first skill, but level 2, super good because it gets an extra ult gauge, so you can just do that I just did. You just use his level 2 skill to be able to get an ultimate turn 1. Really good. Oh yeah, by the way, this boss, he has an auto attack to the lowest HP person in your team. So I do make sure to make my Valenti the least HP. She has like, I think just 5k less than Escanor, and that's enough. 400k. Yeah, I do prefer having Merlin with Escanor. I really do. He just does more damage. But mine is 6/6, that's why. That's why. Or else DML. DML is only 2/6. Man, I wish I had this DML more. But right now, of course, just like I said, it's impossible to pull him. I was gonna say it's pretty much impossible, but it is impossible to pull him, so. Oh, Escanor card? No, okay. I can get an ultimate again with him. I'm sorry, I know the videos for the Melee, but oh, Escanor is so good because it's so easy to get ults with him. You just keep chunking those ults. It's so good, and you just lower defense with Valenti. It's so good. Really love Escanor. The more I use him, the more he goes to the top of my my favorite list. I haven't updated my favorite units list. I might do it just before Global comes out, like my favorite units before Global release or something like that. But number 1 is definitely Esteros. Like it's not even a competition. The man is so fun to use. And then maybe still Bull DML because I love his AoE, but Escanor is like at the top. Love this guy. The way that he gets ult so easily is so fun. DML is getting destroyed, but to be fair, he did get the defense lower thing on him. Alright, let me do this. The AoE attacks aren't very good. Because of course, it's an AoE, so the AoE attacks in general, they have lower multiplier because they spread the damage. You don't want to have like an a single target attack have the same multipliers in the AoE attack and vice versa, right? Like a balanced AoE attack or a balanced single target attack. That doesn't make any sense. So AoE attacks don't do much, and being a single target boss, that is an issue. So I think the best thing, man, is like Jericho, Escanor, because again, Escanor is so good. You can just chuck them ults. So he is gonna be super good. And then Jericho is like the big guns for any 450k. That's nice. Jericho is like the big guns for any like single target blue boss. That's for sure. Jericho is a beast. I am working. I'm gonna get my Jericho war gear because she's been like super relevant recently, and I do enjoy just getting other most like recently relevant units just done with, you know. When Arthur became like super relevant, that was when I got him to 80 and stuff. It's such a good thing in this game that units do have that. A lot of units, when they come out right, or in the middle of their lifespan, they're not that useful, but then out of nowhere they're super useful. I like that. I really do like that. Because a lot of units, I just have them unleveled in my box, like level 16, and then I want to use Zero right now because it's very good. Like Giant DN is a unit that I like right now. I don't have much use for her, but I know in the near future I will. So I'm starting to level her up and stuff like that. You know, I couldn't lower his defense. It's a big deal to lower his defense. Yeah, I like this combo with Ascon and DMLE. I really do. I wish again DMLE comes back to the generous, maybe not generous SR pool. Maybe they could do like a rerun banner of like all the exclusive units in a specific banner. That could be interesting. That would be such a bait banner. They could definitely do that before a big banner, like maybe before they release either like a new Meliodas, because we only have one SSR base Meliodas, right? I'm sorry, I forgot Halloween Meliodas exists. We have only one relevant base, and Halloween Meliodas is the second base Meliodas, but he's exclusive as well. Doesn't even count really. We only have like one base melee. They could just do a rerun of all these exclusive units before they release a mega hype banner like that, like a base melee, maybe even before our first Zeldris, or I don't know. Zeldris is interesting because he's already in story mode, but he seems so far-fetched to come. Stuff like that. They could really rerun these units just before some hype banners. But yeah, I like it. I like this team, really do. Easy, quote unquote easy. Number ones. Fell a little bit above these, they are randoms, but still. The combination of Escanor and DMLE just chunking ults, just boom, boom, boom is really good. I do want to test like a full DPS build, like Escanor, DMLE, and Jericho. But then I like Valenti because you don't take damage. You saw, you just don't take damage because of Valenti. But I'm going to try that, just to see how much damage I can do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.